I'd love to hear is a little bit more about how you see data and cognitive services being used within IoT scenarios and the biggest areas of growth that you anticipate.
Okay. So IoT devices, by their very nature, create lots of data, gigabytes and terabytes of data that people need to be able to look at and say, well, what am I going to do with this? IoT use cases have been notoriously difficult to monetize, or at least have a long scale in terms of return on investment. And so actually this is almost like a perfect storm where you look at this and you say, okay, AI will actually take this data and be able to construct meaningful insights, meaningful interpretations.
And with that in mind, how do you feel as if Microsoft and our partners will need to develop both our own skill sets and our own capabilities in order to meet the needs of this growing industry?
Well, Microsoft makes that quite easier for our partners in many ways. First of all, there's horses for courses. If you just want to dip your toes in, and in fact you don't want to go and build your own model, you want to reuse models that have been tried and tested, there are templates out there that will allow you to do that. If you just want to consume the services through REST API, use SDKs that have already formulated, then we'll enable our partners to be able to do that. Cognitive services allow them to have speech, text, search capabilities also through an API as well. However, if they want to dip their toes a little bit further into this space, build their own models, then through the machine learning, Azure machine learning, through the whole cognitive framework, they're able to actually build, train and deploy their own models as well. And of course, we offer them the largest access to the largest supercomputer, AI supercomputer in the world through cloud access, so they can have GPU, CPU resources, workloads running on that cloud as well.
Amazing. And with so much possibility, what's next? What are you most excited about in terms of the solutions that are coming up integrating IoT and AI in the next maybe year to 2 years?
So I think there's a lot of really interesting use cases out there, and I think we're in early days. We're in early days of the whole formation of some of these use cases. We're just collecting the data. We're understanding what outcomes we want to see from that data. We're understanding what integrity needs to be part of that data before we start having real insights and proactive, predictive, prescriptive types of actions from them as well. And I think next, on top of that, once we start adding the capabilities of blockchain as well, I think the melange of the three technologies really takes us into that stepwise, incremental investment profile for IoT.